Test miles, like NASCAR, but with one right turn. Testmiles.com.
Staying connected with the automotive world, you're listening to Test Miles, a car radio show. I'm your host, Nick Miles, and joined in the studio by Brad, Jen, Shaun, and Ryan as well. What have you been driving this week, Shaun?
I've been driving the Hyundai Sonata plug-in hybrid limited, and this is Hyundai's first plug-in car. It was also awarded Ward's top 10 best engines. Some cool tech that I liked on the vehicle is the fact that they have a smart trunk where you just walk up. If you have your hands full, the trunk pops open instead of trying to wave your foot under the tailgate and possibly losing or falling over. They also have their Hyundai Blue Link. It comes with a 2-liter four-cylinder engine, that has 202 horsepower combined with the electric engine. Has a 6-speed automatic transmission. It gets 27 miles on a fully charged range, and then you can get upwards to 62 if you combine that with the hybrid. One of the cool things was I drove it a little over 400 miles this last week and literally didn't even go through a half a tank of gas. Some of its competitors are the Ford Fusion plug-in and the Chevy Volt. It feels like a luxury car. I was super happy driving this vehicle and almost considered buying one just because of the fuel economy. You have the electric torque when you need it off the line, so it is quick off the line. And starting price is $34,600, and the one that I was test driving was pretty close to $40,000.
All right. Excellent. Thank you, Jen. Quick fun fact. What do you got for us this morning?
Okay, what's the difference between a supercar and a hypercar? The supercar term originated in the 1920s to describe the 6.7-liter inline engine, and now is commonly used on cars that range from 500 to 700 horsepower. The term hypercar is for the top 1% of supercars that have 800-plus horsepower and a limited production.
I'm a hyper radio producer, by the way. I'm a radio host. Roman Mike, a good friend of mine, and we travel together every time we get the opportunity to drive together at drive events. The Fast Lane car is out of this park on the webs and also on YouTube. He has the Fast Lane truck as well. Good morning, Roman. How are you?
Hey, Nick, you ready to take it to 11?
Yeah, take it to 11.
Listening to the show. Oh my gosh, Hyundai's, Ford hybrids. Let's talk about something that hybrids can also do. Let's talk about hybrids that can go fast, and I'm talking crazy fast, like the fastest hybrid in the world.
Which is?
Not a Prius, right?
No, God, no. It's the Koenigsegg Regera, and I had a chance in Geneva recently to check it out. It's only $2.1 million, Nick.
Oh, all right. Let me just get my checkbook out.
If you get the base model, if you get if you load it up, it's probably more like 2.5.
The cars that I got a list of here are all sort of way out of. It's probably my lifetime's income for most of these cars, I would say. Is that your favorite hybrid car that you've seen, or is there some other super hybrid cars that you think are better than that?
It's the world's fastest hybrid car, and I thought it'd be fun to chat about cars that we would buy if money were no object, and that is certainly one of them. Here's the funny thing, Nick. It'll do 0 to 60 in 2.8 seconds, right? It's got a V8 that puts out, 1,500 horsepower combined with the 3 electric engines.
Wow.
But Christian Koenigsegg, who I was chatting to in Geneva, said, hey, we don't talk about 0 to 60. We talk about 0 to 250.
Which is? What? Do you know what the time of that is?
Yeah, hell yeah. It's 20 seconds.
Oh, God. 250 miles an hour in 20 seconds.
Yeah. And you know why they don't talk about 0 to 60? Because there's actually, when I was in Geneva, there's actually a faster car right across the lane, and that's the brand new Bugatti Chiron. And that will actually go faster from 0 to 60. So Christian Koenigsegg wanted to downplay the 0 to 60 time, and he wanted to upplay the 0 to 250 time. And the reason for that is because the Bugatti is all-wheel drive, whereas the Regera is only rear-wheel drive. So it doesn't quite get off the line as quickly.
Tell me about sort of the really super expensive cars. So you're talking about $2.5 million for there. There are cars that are around $4 million, right?
Yeah. But those are kind of one-offs. I don't, those are cars that you got to be like a Saudi prince to own. I like cars that I can actually dream about and think about owning. So the new Bugatti, right? That one is $2.6 million. It is the world's fastest car with a top speed of 261. The Regera only goes 252. So it's 9 miles per hour faster. Gosh knows where you could do 261 outside of a racetrack, but it's pretty amazing. The old, people talk about Bugattis, right? And they talk about the Veyron, which was the old one. And the problem with that one is it was basically an engine that had a lot of turbochargers and
Let's do this, Roman. Let's do this. We're going to take a quick break for the news, but I want to come back and hear more about it and some more of the cars on this. So hang on the phone for a second. This is Test Miles. We'll take a break for the CBS News. We'll be right back with some more of these amazing cars that Roman's seen in Geneva, and hopefully you actually got to drive some of them on the list here. This is Test Miles. I'm Nick Miles.